Hello and guten Tag from Cologne, Germany. Welcome back to the channel. I've been to Brazil for 2 weeks. It was really hot and really exciting. And now I'm back since a few days in the quite cold Germany. But I'm still in a travel mood, and I found a really interesting sounding video called Top 20 Hidden Gems in the USA Ultimate Travel Guide. So I'm really exciting. So if you're from the United States, maybe you will also see some new or unknown places. That would be cool. So let's watch it together. And here we go.
What's going on, everybody? Kevin here, and today I want to share with you some of my favorite travel destinations in the entire United States. I've been road tripping the US for the last 7 to 8 years, and I've probably done 1 to 2 dozen cross-country road trips. My girlfriend Bree and I have hiked and explored our way through the majority of the states, and in this video I want to be sharing with you some of my favorite hidden gems, lesser visited places if you're looking to escape the crowds and looking for an awesome and unique place to go on a hike or have a great travel experience. Then this is the list for you. And without wasting any time, let's dive right into it. But real quick, if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, that would be much appreciated. But anyways, this is my top 20 hidden gems and travel destinations to visit in the USA.
This is already really impressive, and this is only the teaser or the trailer. Boah. Yeah, let's go.
First up is going to be Yount Flats to Candy Cliffs, and this is a 5.3 mile hike with 800 feet of elevation gain. And that's
where is it? 1 second. Yount Flats to Candy Cliffs, Utah. I never heard about this.
To Candy Cliffs, and this is a 5.3 mile hike with 800 feet of elevation gain, and that's round trip. This is a popular hiking and rock climbing destination in southern Utah. The area is known for its vibrant red and orange sandstone cliffs, which are said to resemble candy in color, and that couldn't be more true. The patterns in the multicolored rock are just beautiful. The cliffs are part of the Greater Bear Paw Mountains, which offer a diverse range of outdoor activities for all the visitors coming here. Now, this is just a short drive away from St. George, Utah, so if you're going to be visiting Zion National Park, you're likely going to be passing St. George, which in itself is one of my favorite travel destinations in the US, but of St. George, this has got to be one of my favorite hikes.
Look at this. This is totally amazing. The weird shaped rocks and with the many red stripes, or I don't know. And why did I never heard about this? Did you ever hear about this place? Especially when you're from the USA, please tell me in the comments. Because this should be really famous. It's like as famous as Grand Canyon, or I don't know what.
Next up, and not too far from here, we have the Vortex, which is a 2.3 mile hike with 524 feet of elevation gain. This is a popular trail located less than an hour from Candy Cliffs. The hike is known for its unique geological formation known as the Vortex and the Bowl, which is the large hole in the ground surrounded by red rock walls. The hike is pretty short, but since you do have a good amount of elevation gain relative to the distance, it is going to be moderate, and you're going to be in the sun the whole time. There's not much shade, so you got to pack a lot of water for this. But the Vortex, it's an enormous hole in the ground.
Look at this. This is really weird. It looks a bit like inside of a tornado. I don't know, or the middle of a hurricane. That's it's really unique. I really would like to see that in reality.
that visitors can climb down into and explore. The hole is about 50 to 60 feet deep, but if you're looking to get inside of the hole, you can hike all the way down to the bottom. The place was so cool, and we visited for sunset and we had it all to ourselves. It is important to note though that while you're here, you should watch out for rattlesnakes and other desert wildlife. And in general, if you're going to a trail where there's not that many people, you got to be careful and you have to be prepared, and it doesn't hurt to have some safety devices like a Garmin InReach. All right, next up is going to be Custer State Park, and this is in South.
Custer State Park. Hey, look at this many weird shaped rocks. Looks a bit like in Asia. I only know those high rocks from Asia, or mostly from Asia, or from China.
South Dakota. This is located in the Black Hills. The park is named after General.
Hey, what's wrong? Sorry.
General George Custer, and it's known for its beautiful scenery, wildlife, and recreational opportunities. The park covers over 71,000 acres. One of the main attractions of the state park is its wildlife. The park has a herd of over 1,300 bison. You can also see pronghorn elk and bighorn sheep and coyotes, and a handful of varieties of bird species. Custer State Park is not that far from Mount Rushmore, so if you're going to be visiting Mount Rushmore, you cannot miss this state.
This should be also as famous as Mount Rushmore, because this is so cool, so amazing. So what
park? I actually personally
I have to fix this. I need more light, I guess, because maybe this is better now.
Enjoyed it much more than Mount Rushmore, and while you're here you can also check out Wind Cave and Jewel Cave. Some other great things to do here include hiking, camping, fishing, and swimming. The park has several campgrounds and picnic areas. There's also some very iconic rock climbing routes. You can mountain bike and you can do some horseback riding. You definitely don't want to miss this one.
Boah, this is
Next up is going to be kayaking at Emerald Cove, which is a recreational area located near the Hoover Dam on the Colorado River in Arizona. The water at Emerald Cove actually splits the border of Arizona and Nevada, so you could probably call it both states, but where we parked was Arizona, so we'll go with that. The location is known for its beautiful green water and lush vegetation, popular spot for water activities such as swimming, kayaking, and fishing. As you kayak down the river and make your way to the cove, you're going to be surrounded by towering cliffs and desert landscapes, which is a really cool contrast of the nature compared to the green water in the cave. On your drive here, you're going to pass the Hoover Dam, so you will get impressive views of the dam and the Colorado River on top of going to Emerald Cove. Kayaking in Emerald Cove, it is suitable for all skill levels, including beginners. The kayak took us 1 to 2 hours each way, but we were taking our time, we were enjoying it, we were taking photos and videos. When you rent your kayak, they'll give you a map and they'll tell you all the details of how to get there, but also you can just kayak, and then once you just see a horde of people, pretty much you know you made it. I've never really seen this on social media. However, this is one of the more popular tours in Las Vegas, so you will be there with a handful of other people. I would recommend going early in the morning or later in the day, because then if you go self-guided, you can avoid the tour groups and get the cove all to yourself. Next up is Hopi Salt Trail, which is an 8.4 mile hike with 2,000.
Hopi Salt Trail, Arizona. Yeah, look at this. The water looks so smooth. It really looks really bizarre. It's quite unreal.
755 feet of elevation gain, although you should take this one with a grain of salt, because the few times we have done this, we clocked in more like 11 to 12 miles, and it felt like a lot more vertical gain, but maybe that's just because the terrain had a lot of route finding and some class 3 and 4 scrambling. The Hopi Salt Trail hike is a popular trail that'll take you to the confluence of the Little Colorado River, which is located in northeastern Arizona. And the one time that we actually successfully made it here, we camped down at the bottom and we had a multi-day permit. It's extremely important to be respectful of the Hopi culture and follow leave no trace principles while you're hiking this trail. And you are going to be driving 10 to 20 miles of dirt road. So this is a very remote location. So I would recommend having a Garmin InReach or an SOS equivalent device. But this has to be the coolest hike I've done in the entire country. So if you're prepared for a very difficult hike, this is so incredible and I couldn't recommend it enough. As far as the exact
Yeah, look at this. This could also be a Grand Canyon, I guess, I would say. Super impressive.
permit info, where to get the permit, the phone numbers to call, the cost of the permits. I do have a travel guide on Hopi Salt Trail. It breaks down every single little detail that you need to know. So I will link that on the side if you want to watch that for this hike. But next up is Seneca Rocks in West Virginia. And this is a
Seneca Rocks in West Virginia. Okay, you can walk on the rocks?
3.5 mile hike with 807 feet of elevation gain. Seneca Rocks is one of the most popular multi-pitch trad rock climbing area in this whole region of the Appalachian Mountains. So I want to specify that what I am talking about is a hike, not a rock climb. So the 3.5 mile trail, that is round trip, it's going to take you all the way to the top of Seneca Rocks, and it's going to put you at a point where you kind of go from trail onto the rocks and slowly you're walking onto the ridgeline. Very cool way to make it.
Would you dare to do this? Would you dare to walk on the rocks? I don't know if I would do this. But it's, I guess, a really amazing experience. Look at this, man.
To this very narrow ridgeline of Seneca Rocks without actually having to climb the face of the mountain. You can take the trail right to it. Seneca Rocks has towering vertically striped cliffs that rise 900 feet above the North Fork of the South Branch of the Potomac River. The cliffs are made from a type of sandstone called Tuscarora quartzite, which is known for its excellent climbing characteristics. Seneca Rocks.
So why is this a hidden gem? I never heard about this, indeed. Did you? Because this is absolutely unique and mind-blowing. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Rocks offers more than 350 climbing routes with grades ranging from 5.0 to 5.13. Next up, and only one state over, is going to be the Devil's Bathtub in
The Devil's Bathtub. Okay, what will we see now? But in Germany we also have some places that are called the Devil's blah blah blah. In the Cologne region, there's the devil means in German Teufel. And there's in the Eifel region here, in the Cologne region, there's a place in the forest. It's called Teufelsschlucht, what means something like Devil's Canyon, probably. Also some weird big rocks in the forest in the middle of nowhere. So what is the Devil's Bathtub? Is it only a little sea or?
Virginia. This is a 3.9 mile hike with 590 feet of elevation gain. Popular trail located in the Jefferson National Forest of Southwest Virginia. And when I say Southwest Virginia, I mean it. I grew up in Maryland and I always thought, oh, Virginia, it's only 1 hour away. But this is in the furthest western tip of Virginia. So this is actually a 6-hour drive for me in Maryland. But the hike is incredible. You're going to have a very unique natural water feature at the very end called the Devil's Bathtub, which is a pool of swirling water surrounded by rock walls. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It kind of looks like a lima bean, and it makes for some great landscape photography. Cool. The hike isn't that far. It's not too bad. You can go the long way around or the short, more direct way, just straight to the Devil's Bathtub, which is what we did. There is going to be a lot of route finding. You're not going to have cell phone service, and you're going to have a lot of river crossings. You should have the All Trails offline map downloaded to your phone, and you should be prepared with water shoes. Another thing to note is that flash floods can happen here in an instant, which is an extremely dangerous situation to be in. Check the weather.
Wow. Okay, What is this? No, it's not a frog. Is it a lizard? In Germany we would say Eidechse, I guess, but I'm not sure. It also looks a bit frog, like the mix of a frog and a lizard. But the color, the red color is so strange.
Forecast before you go, and if there's any chance of rain, I would not do this. I would postpone it to another day.
Wow. This looks like an adventure.
Next up is going to be the Bonneville Salt Flats and Promontory Point.
Bonneville Salt Flats. Yeah, it sounds, it's like here we have also a city called Bonn here in the Cologne region. Bonneville Salt Flats and Promontory Point in Utah.
In Utah. There's going to be two separate locations, but extremely similar landscapes and only a 1 or 2 hour drive from each other. But first of this, the Bonneville Salt Flats are a large, flat expanse of salt crust just 1 to 2 hours west of Salt Lake City. It's known for its white, shimmering
This is so beautiful.
surface, which is made up of salt crystals that have been left behind by the evaporation of the ancient Lake Bonneville. Because no matter what time of year you go, you might have completely dry hexagonal shaped salt patterns, or if you go after some rain, sometimes it looks like just a large mirror that goes on as far as you can see. When the salt flats are dry, the flat hard surface provides a perfect track for vehicles to reach high speeds. The area has been used for numerous speed records, including the first car to break the 400, 500, and 600 mile per hour barrier. The most famous event held at the Salt Flats is the Bonneville Speed Week, which is held annually in August, where racers from around the world come to compete and set new records. Promontory Point is east of this. It's actually just a little bit northwest of Salt Lake City, and this is a cool area for picnics, hiking, and especially aerial photography. The pink salt flats, the colors are incredible.
I don't know what to say anymore because this is unique again.
You have these wild bodies of water that are just the brightest pink you could ever imagine. And
wow.
Then you have
hey, this is too much. Too much of amazing things. I don't know.
Strips of land going across with trains and other things, and then you have the blue Great Salt Lake, and then you have the mountains in the distance, so it just creates for some very cool conditions. Next up, also in Utah and not too far over, we're going to have Homestead Crater Hot Springs, and this is located in Midway, Utah, which is just outside of Park City. It's a unique
Homestead Crater. Wow.
It's a unique geothermal spring located inside a 55-foot tall, beehive-shaped limestone rock formation. The crater was formed by geothermal activity, and it's filled with naturally heated water at a consistent temperature of 90 to 96 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a perfect spot for swimming, snorkeling, and scuba diving. The crater offers a variety of amenities, including changing rooms, showers, and a beach area, and visitors can also participate in yoga and other fitness classes that are held inside the crater. Now, you do need to pay for entrance here, but it is so worth it. This was really cool. You go in on your designated time slot. You get to just hang out in the water. If you want to scuba dive, you can. But Bree and I just opted to swim here and enjoy the warm geothermal waters.
What is this?
Alright, next up is going to be Crowley Lake Stone Columns, and this one's going to be in
Crowley Lake Stone Columns in California.
Northern California. This is a 4.2 mile trail and 515 feet of elevation gain. This is one that I would definitely download the All Trails offline map to find exactly where to park, where to start, and all of that. If you do have four-wheel drive and high clearance, you're going to cut off a lot of the miles of this hike, but we did not. We were driving in our Astro van at the time, so we had to park and hike the entire road until you get to the beach where you drop off to the stone columns. These are so cool. They're a unique geological formation located in Mono County. The columns are formed by volcanic rock that's been pushed up through the ground.
What is this? What is this? columns made of stones and rocks. Totally unique, totally amazing.
Creating tall, thin towers of basalt. The columns vary in height, with some reaching up to 30 feet tall. The area is located near Crowley Lake, which is a popular spot for fishing, boating, and other outdoor activities. The stone columns themselves are a striking geological feature that offer a glimpse into the region's volcanic past. You can walk up in between them, you can watch the waves crash on them, and you can just enjoy this very unique beach. This is one where you're definitely going to want to bring bug spray, because when we were leaving here, we got attacked by swarms and swarms of bugs, which was not fun. It's pretty funny in hindsight, but definitely pack some bug spray.
Okay. Wow, so cool.
Alright, so next up is Columbine Lake in Colorado, and this is a 7.9 mile hike with 2,837 feet of elevation gain. This is located in the San Juan Mountains of
This also could be Switzerland.
Colorado, just a few miles south of Ouray, which is dubbed the Switzerland of America. This place
What did I say? It's Switzerland of America, okay.
is so beautiful. This is a popular trail for its scenic beauty, the opportunity to see a variety of wildflowers, particularly the state flower, which is the columbine. And once you get up to the lake itself, this has got to be the bluest lake in all of Colorado. You're going to start off at Molas Trailhead, and it's going to take you through diverse landscapes. You're going to see a lot of plants, wildlife, wildflowers, aspen trees, elk, marmots, and then you'll see some small rapids in the water that's coming from the lake and goes all the way down the mountain. This is one of my favorite hikes in the area. It's a great way to see Ouray. It's a great way to drive the $1 Million Highway, because to access the trailhead, you're going to be driving on the $1 Million Highway.
$1 Million Highway? Why is it called $1 Million Highway? Do you know it?
So the journey in getting there is just as beautiful as it is at the top of Columbine Lake. It's a great place to have a picnic at the top, so you definitely want to make sure you pack snacks, but it's one of my favorite spots in Colorado.
Look at this crystal clear blue water. It's amazing.
And next up, also in Colorado, is going to be Rifle Falls, and this is a triple waterfall.
Rifle Falls.
Located in Rifle Mountain Park, which is a town that is just off I-70 on the western part of the state. The waterfall is fed by the East Rifle Creek. It's one of the most popular natural attractions in the area. The falls have 3 separate drops, with the first one being 70 feet tall, the second one being 30 feet tall, and the third drop is 40 feet tall, making it an incredible sight, especially with how lush the vegetation is and how green this place is, and the waterfalls just look so amazing. At Rifle Falls, you can hike around the waterfall, you can explore some of the caves that are also at the park, you can camp here, and there's some awesome fishing. And if you're driving on I-70, whether you're skiing or heading to Utah or just driving for whatever reason, this is just a few minutes off the highway, so it's definitely worth the stop. And it's also a great place for landscape photography and one of my favorite waterfalls to photograph in the state. Next up in New Mexico, we're going to have the Ice Caves and Bandera Volcano. So this is in the Fire and
Ice Caves and Bandera Volcano, New Mexico.
Region of New Mexico. To my surprise, when we first visited here, I had no idea New Mexico had volcanoes, but it actually has so many volcanoes scattered across the state. This volcano is just south of Route 53 in New Mexico, and it is located in Cebolla National Forest. The ice caves are a series of volcanic ice caves located in the Bandera crater, and it's a result of snow and ice that's been trapped in the volcano's lava tubes. The caves are open year-round, but the best time to visit is during the winter when the ice formations are at their peak. The Bandera volcano is an extinct volcano that last erupted about 10,000 years ago, and it's known for its unique volcanic features such as the cinder cones, lava tubes, and the lava fields that you get to explore while you're here. And you can also hike to the summit of the volcano so you can view the entire landscape from above. I thought this was really cool. And if you're going to hike to the top of the crater, it's going to only be 1.8 miles round trip with 190 feet of elevation gains. So this is a super easy hike and very accessible for everyone. Next up is Cummins Falls, and this waterfall is located in Cookeville Town.
Cummins Falls, oh. Beautiful again.
Tennessee, and it's home to the beautiful Cummins Falls waterfall, which is a 75-foot tall cascading waterfall fed by the Blackburn Fork State Scenic River. Visitors can swim here, hike down to the falls, and picnic. The most popular hiking trail is the 2-mile round-trip hike to the base of the waterfall and a handful of overlooks, so you're going to have stunning views of the waterfall and the landscape. You can walk around on some of the cascading parts of the waterfall, so you definitely want to pack a bathing suit and water shoes, or shoes you're okay with getting wet. And in recent years, you do need a permit to visit. This is something that was new when we visited. If you're going to visit Cummins Falls State Park, just check the permit process ahead of time. I would book this in advance because we actually showed up not knowing you needed a permit, and we got extremely lucky. There was one permit left for the day, but a lot of people did get turned around, so definitely check this ahead of time. And if you know when you're going, it's worth booking in advance.
But I didn't know that you need a permit for some national parks in the USA. But I guess otherwise they probably get overcrowded then, because I guess they want to limit the visitors per day, that not too many people come in one day. So to destroy the nature probably when there are too many people or too big groups. So I really understand this. But it's a bit annoying if you have to if you don't get access because you didn't know you need a permit to go in there. But it looks really, really unique again here.
Next up is Cathedral Gorge, which is in Nevada, and this is one of the most unique places in the area.
Why cathedral? Why is it called cathedral?
It's located in the Mojave Desert, and it features unique and spectacular landscapes formed by erosion. The park is named for its tall, narrow rock formations that resemble a cathedral. Some of the main features of the park are narrow canyons with towering cliffs and deep ravines. The erosion was formed over many, many years from the nearby Muddy River. The geology here is incredible, and the most popular hiking trail is going to be the Cathedral Gorge Trail, which is a 2-mile round-trip hike through the canyon, which is going to give you the best vantage point to get up close and personal and enjoy all the...
Wow, what was this? 1 second.
Cathedral Gorge Trail, which is a 2-mile round-trip hike through the canyon, which is going to give you the best vantage point.
Yeah, look at this angle or perspective. Wow.
To get up close and personal and enjoy all the beauty of this park. And my personal favorite hiking trail here is going to be Moon Caves, and this was just so cool. It felt like we were in these deep, like clay slot canyons that were very tall but really skinny. We couldn't even wear a backpack because it was so tight, and exploring it was just so much fun.
I really don't know what to say anymore because I'm really running out of words. But this is unique. And how can this be a hidden gem in the USA? Is it still a hidden gem? Really a hidden gem? I never heard about this. But it's so spectacular, yeah.
Next up is going to be Alabama Hills, and this is in Southern California, just a few hours from Los Angeles and just a few hours from Las Vegas. Now, a lot of people in Southern California, if they're going to do a weekend trip, I know a lot of people go to Joshua Tree. In my opinion, Alabama Hills is so much cooler than Joshua Tree. You're not going to get the trees themselves, but as far as the rocks and the landscapes go of Joshua Tree, they are almost identical to Alabama Hills landscapes. But at Alabama Hills, you're going to be backdropped by the Sierra Nevada mountains and the tallest mountain in the lower 48 states, which is Mount Whitney. So the views are just incredible. It's a really fun place to camp and just explore. There's so many incredible and iconic rock climbs. There's great hiking trails. There's a handful of natural rock arches that you can explore. There's a lot to do here, and it's the best place for a weekend getaway of camping. Next up is going to be Monahans Sandhills State Park, and this is located in the town of Monahans in Texas, and it's known for its vast expanses of sand dunes. The park is situated on 3,840 acres, and it features over 3 miles of sand dunes that reach heights up to 50 feet. The park is popular because of its recreational opportunities, which include hiking, sandboarding, and sand skiing. We didn't have a sandboard or sand skis, so we actually rented a sled for just a few bucks from the park service, and we were able to take the sled out and climb the sand dunes, and then we were able to slide down on the sleds, and we stayed for sunset. And the nice part about this is when you're done with the rental, you just put it in a box outside of the visitor center, so you don't need to return it at a specific time or anything. You can enjoy it for as long as you want once you've rented it.
Wow.
Next up is going to be Watson Lake, which is a man-made reservoir in the city of Prescott, Arizona. There's beautiful scenery. There's so much to do here. The lake is surrounded by the granite cliffs of the Granite Dells, which is a popular spot for hiking, rock climbing, picnicking, and camping. And it's also a great spot for boating, fishing, and kayaking. It is worth noting that you can't swim here, but it doesn't even matter because there's so many other things to do.
Nature at its best again. Look at this. This is unique again.
Most popular trail is the Peavine Trail, which is a 7-mile round-trip hike that winds through the granite cliffs and provides stunning views of the lake the entire way. But when we were here, we camped for the night, and our favorite part was just going and finding a big stack of granite rocks and just climbing around on them. It feels like you're just in a giant playground. Next up is Caddo Lake, which is a natural lake located in northeastern Texas near the border of Texas and Louisiana. It's known for its beautiful scenery, diverse wildlife, and kayaking through the bayou and the swamps, and it's fed by the Big Cypress Bayou. The lake is surrounded by a dense forest of bald cypress and other hardwood trees, which provide a home for a wide variety of wildlife, including alligators, turtles, and many species of birds. At Caddo Lake, you can hike the Nature Trail, which is a 1.5-mile round-trip hike winding through the forest and giving you amazing views of the lake. There's also a handful of picnic areas, playgrounds, and the visitor center. We camped at Caddo Lake State Park, and we rented kayaks, and waking up in the dark and heading out on the kayaks so we could photograph sunrise was partly really eerie, but also just such an incredible experience, and it was so cool seeing these unique trees light up as the sun rose. So if you love kayaking and being out on the water, this is an awesome spot for you. Last up but not least is Samuel Boardman State Park. This is the State Scenic Corridor, which is a 12-mile stretch of rugged coastline located in the southern Oregon coast. The park is known for its incredible scenery, towering seaside cliffs, sea stacks, arches, and just exploring in general. There's several hiking trails here to explore the rugged coastline and take in the oceanside views. The most popular trail is going to be the Arch Rock Trail, which is a half-mile round-trip hike that leads to a natural arch carved into the cliffs by the sea, and there's also some rocks that almost just look like little islands right by this, making the landscapes so cool to see, but also a great place for landscape photography and long exposure photography. Also, one of my favorite things about this place is that I could just go and watch the coast and watch the waves break on the shore and the rocks all day, so this is a really cool
I'm really speechless.
place to just take your time, drive the 12 miles, take advantage of every single overlook, and just enjoy the views the whole way. Alright guys, well anyways, that is going to wrap up this top 20 travel destinations in the US video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found some new ideas for your next trip, or if you're planning something right now. Now, the term hidden gem I am using relatively because at the end of the day, you likely will come across people at almost every single one of these locations, but I just wanted to share these places because I think they're so incredible, they're iconic, they are lesser visited than a lot of places like the national parks, so by no means should you do some of these and expect to be the only person there, because a lot of these places are well visited. They're just lesser trafficked than some other places. But either way, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys on another video. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you later.
Wow, what did I watch? This was really really exciting to watch. So really wanna say thank you to Kevin Essa, I don't know. I bet he's a full-time YouTuber, traveler. Thank you really much for this really, really cool video, because yeah, sometimes some people overuse the term hidden gem in the internet or on YouTube, because they know you can get more clicks if you use this, and some people even use it for quite well-known places. But I didn't know just one single place, or of these 20 places. So it was really, really exciting to watch. I'm really, really speechless. The USA is actually really hard to beat when it's about nature and national parks, or the USA is unbeatable in this case, or in this aspect. And yeah, boy, it was really, really mind-blowing. Please tell me, did you know these places? Maybe you know them of course you know them when you live in that state, but how well-known are these places or these national parks? Because yeah, as I already mentioned, I didn't know a single one of these. And yeah, it was really a really, really wild trip just watching this video. So please also give this video a thumb up if you liked it, because yeah, it's just amazing. And yeah, I really need more paid holidays to see all the places I'm interested in. But yeah, here in Germany, I have in my job now, I have 27 paid holidays. It's not that much, but it's quite. Yeah, you can have up to I guess 30 paid holidays is the maximum for normal people, if you are a normal worker. I bet in the USA it's a bit less, maybe only 15 or 20 paid holidays. Please tell me in the comments how many paid holidays you have. And yeah, I'm really, really speechless. I really like to see the cool, impressive places of the USA. There's, I bet, still new things for me to see and to watch. So that's enough for now. Thank you really much for watching. Please give this video a like, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you really much, and see you in the next video. Goodbye und auf Wiedersehen.